What's up, guys? My name is Josh. This is a new segment called Hot Box Thoughts, where we're gonna be getting in-depth thoughts. I'm gonna be high, and Zico's not.
All right, Josh is gonna be in that tent, zipping it up, and that thing is airtight. He's gonna be smoking those blunts in that little tray he got right there, progressively getting higher and higher, while I sit right there and just talk to him completely sober. Let's see how it goes.
420.
Yes, sir, 420. All right, and this is Josh's little weed bar in the corner, and explain what we got for our selection
so
today,
what I
man.
got here? Well, first off, this is my beautiful weed bar. I got all these different little selections here. Pickle Rick, so smooth. So I got these little party packs. It's mixed with passion fruit, sativa, Captain Cake, indica, and it got blueberry cupcake hybrid.
Josh is exiting the hot box. It's been an hour and 2 minutes. God damn, you can see all the smoke coming out. Dude, this guy looks like he just went through a...
shit so fast because we just, as soon as we think of it, blah, 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 and a machine can just print it out. I know that's going to be the future one day. But as of right now, I just look at stuff, how things are created and try to relate it to our world. I'm like, it's kind of scary. I feel like it's gonna be so different, our dynamic and our future. I don't know what, I can't even fathom. I don't know how to think like that because I can't imagine. I have no way of understanding what may happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it is scary because it could be bad.
Yeah,
future.
It could be extremely good and they just serve us and we live easy lives like Wall-E. Or it could be extremely bad and go to Terminator and they just kill us all.
And that's what I'm scared of because if you look at the world, what's the problem with it?
Yeah, I was going to say, man, I feel like in a perfect world, maybe it would work.
Yeah.
But this is not a perfect world.
No.
There are bad people in this world who are going to take this type of technology.
Dude, we've been
and
the
use it
same for
bad.
how many thousands of years? Humans, we've been the same fucking shitty people. I don't know. Nothing's ever really changed. That
Yeah.
makes sense. That's
Unless
what I think about
maybe this
sometimes.
fucking AI is so genius that unites us all. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That's what I know. That's what scares me. Is like it unites us all, or like everybody has to have a chip to exist, and you refuse a chip, you die.
Oh yeah, that too. The fact that Neuralink is happening.
Yeah, because like
you know?
maybe AI would say only way to survive, you have to be linked up to it. If you're not linked up, then you're refusing it. That means you're not allowed to be in these. The Bible talks about this shit called like the what is it called, the one world currency. I kind of look at shit like that ever happens because it could be a thing in the future where you have to be barcoded or whatever.
That's interesting you talk about that because my family's religious and they're Christians as well.
Yeah.
And my, for example, I have a family member who's also into cryptocurrency as well, and buys like Bitcoin and shit, right? And we were talking about that one world currency shit. It's like, oh shit, is this fucking Bitcoin? Is this it? Cause this is
That's what I said when I was younger.
That's the goal of it, Cause like right now we have so many different currencies in all these different countries, but Bitcoin could just be the national global currency because it's like there's only gonna be 21 million ever made. It's not inflationary, cause that's it. So it's like it's really good like as money, cause you can't make more of it. It's never gonna get inflated. If anything, it's deflationary. It's just gonna keep getting more valuable over time. And right now, people are already buying it, like the regular people like you and me.
Yeah.
But what's insane is that there are countries buying Bitcoin as well. Like, for example, I'm going to just throw a random one out there. Like, Venezuela, like, for example, dropped like $50 million and bought like 20 Bitcoin or whatever to have like as a reserve currency or like, to have like an asset like gold for like their country and shit.
No.
So this, I think, is going to be that. Crypto is definitely going to be like that type of one world global currency type shit.
I've never seen stuff for sale online. I forgot what website I was on. Sometimes when I do explore the internet, I end up on weird shit sometimes. But I remember on this website where it was something you can buy that in different countries, but they would only accept Bitcoin. That was it. And so it was like all these different things. Someone was like islands, some were like houses, stuff like that. It was gorgeous properties. Everything was great. But it was just little bits from different countries. Only Bitcoin. I was like, damn. I was like, and that was back. It was a few years back when I was doing that. I was looking at that stuff, and I could have invested in it, but I had those thoughts. Like, I think this back when I was a Christian, I was like, this might be what they're talking about. Maybe I don't know, but it was like kind of put me off. I was like, but it's like it seemed wise to just invest in it back then, and I could have, but I wouldn't afford that much. I didn't have that much extra cash flow, so I was like, if I had made that decision, I'm fucking something else up in my life. So it's like. I wish I had more money because I would have, but it wasn't worth it making the decision. But yeah.
Yeah, but crypto is exciting because you gotta think about it like this. everything else in the
Everything
world,
changed, by the way, now.
everything else
Yeah.
in the world is advancing. You know, technology wise, like we got gas cars that are turning to electric cars now. We got old media, TV, radio, news, all becoming on the internet now digitally. You know, but one thing that's still old that we still use is like money, like paper money and shit.
Yeah.
Why do we not have digital money by now? I know we got Cash App and
Yeah,
all
that's
that
what I
shit.
mean. That's what I mean. If you were behind on shit.
That's what I'm saying. But crypto, that's the fucking solution right there. Because that's digital money.
I figured
And
we'd
it's actually
have
backed by
something
shit.
that we wouldn't even be either with our phone or just something that we have on us, like a bracelet or something like that. And you just tap shit. It's just there.
Yeah, right now for crypto, you can buy like this thing called a ledger. It's
Yeah.
kind of like a USB stick that holds your shit. But right now we're still at the beginning stages of it. I'm sure eventually down the line, years from now, it's gonna be like on your phone installed, like a crypto wallet. You know, like you know how we have physical wallets to hold our cards and shit. Instead, it's gonna be a crypto wallet that's on your phone, and only you're gonna have access to it. I don't know if it's gonna be through Face ID, fingerprint, or if it's gonna be like a barcode, but that's definitely gonna happen.
Because I wonder how that works with twins. 'Cause my dad, he would tell me stories where every time he got pulled over, he would use his twin brother's license and shit. You know, it was like how that would work with his facial things with twins. My brother could open my phone with his face. Yeah. What is that? What happened? Was that dad derail something?
I'm just listening. Are you gonna go somewhere with that?
Oh no, that was it. I was saying that's that. Well, how would that work with twins? You think? I don't understand how that would work. Then.
I think regardless of crypto, you can Face ID is still a thing now. I'm sure you can search that up, man.
I don't know, man.
I'm sure twins have.
Dude, man, sometimes my Face ID picks up. I was like, I had sunglasses on. I was like, how the fuck does no one know it's me?
That's why. That's why it's so good. It can pick up your face. Even
I don't know.
your
I'm about to start putting shit on my face just to mess with it. Fuck it. I don't know. Because as soon as I struggle with it, because I was like, how can it be this good? I feel like it's just picking anything up. As soon as I don't know if it's just doing it or it's just like, oh, it's close enough. I don't know. I've never trusted it. So you
don't use Face ID?
I do.
Oh, okay.
But I just like I feel like sometimes it just picks up. Like, was he even looking at me? What the fuck did he look at? Because I have my phone like this at a weird angle. You know, it's like I get nervous on it. But I don't think it was that good. But I guess it is better than I thought. I don't know. Maybe it is that fucking high tech.
I would think it's good.
Yeah.
No one's ever gone into my phone without my face. Yeah.
Maybe just that unique, man. You just I don't know. Everyone always says like, "Do I know you?" I was like, "Man, I don't fucking know." That happens all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. But okay.
Sorry, man. I got distracted.
You're talking about crypto, and he's asking me about Face ID.
No, I was like, because I think I misheard something in your conversation, and we can go down a rabbit hole of my thought process.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
But no, Bitcoin. I wish I could invested when I was younger. I want to invest now. I just gotta have some extra money cash flow.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
But yeah, 100%. Like that. I really feel like that's the place to be.
The U.S. dollar. What the fuck is the value of it? At one point, it was backed by gold, right? But then, like, what president? Ronald Reagan took it off the gold standard.
I don't remember that. It was a
like
while back when they stopped doing that.
So now, what's the dollar even valued on? It's just valued the fact that you and I agreed this $1 bill is worth $1, right? But for crypto, it has fucking value for a reason because you can use it for shit, and it's also again not inflationary. They're fucking.
I honestly don't understand how money works, but
they just print it.
Yeah,
that's literally it. They just print it. And at one point,
it's made up. It's like nobody look at shit. It's still made up.
It's made up, man. At one point, it made sense because like they only print as many to back it up with gold.
That did make sense.
This is worth this much in gold, but now it's not.
No, it's just like I saw. Don't be as like.
It's just made up. That's why it's not fucking. That's why it's horrible. That's why crypto. That's why I'm so passionate about crypto.
It's why it reminded me that part. You remember that Batman movie where Joker burns the money?
Yeah.
It reminds me of that shit. I'm like, he's like, it doesn't matter. I love that. Guys, what are you doing? It's like, this shit doesn't matter.
I know. It's just a piece of
it. It is.
Really.
It's make believe. It's weird.
Yeah.
I know, and I was like, that's why people like. Sometimes when you achieve that level, you still probably won't be happy because that's not what true happiness is. And that's why I meant that one. I don't remember we were talking about that, but it was the same episode. Yeah. Having the happy thought because I feel like that's the true. Finding truly what makes you happy. Money, man, that's not real. It doesn't make you can't put your trust in that. It's not real. Never existed before. It's just that's not a real thing. It's just we made this up so we can be civilized. You know, I feel like it's the same thing as like I'll trade you this guitar for that thing over there. Oh, okay, I might. Yeah, you know, it's just I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely better than bartering for
it
sure.
Is.
You know,
no.
But at the same time, it's not perfect.
No, it's not perfect, but I feel like people might put their happiness in that. Like that'll make me happier. I'm like, I've never believed it will help my life, but I don't know. It can't be your stride because the world can change. Anything can happen here.
Yeah, that's just people that they haven't realized that that's not true happiness, and they haven't realized or figured out what makes them truly happy. They just think it's money. You know?
No.
I know a couple people like that. Like very materialistic.
I really want you to watch Hook because I think you'll relate in some ways.
I'll watch it.
I was gonna say, what's your true happy thought right now in your life, where you are right now?
What do you mean?
Like, what if you don't mind sharing? Like, what is the thought that drives you? You know, because I don't know if people always have that in them. Like, oh, this is what I want, and that's why I'm doing this. Because like, what is motivating you to keep going? Like that happy thought that keeps you. That makes you fly. Basically, you're flying because you know what you want. You're driven as fuck.
Yeah, I think I talked about it.
You did. I know. I didn't know if you want to bring it up.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say it again.
Yeah.
Again, my whole, and I believe this applies to everyone. You gotta have a why, a reason to wake up in the morning. A reason to do shit, right? Otherwise, you're just on autopilot. And my why, it's actually a couple reasons. Mainly, I would say it's because I want to be a dad and have a family in the future. Yeah. So I want to be a good dad. So to me, being a good dad would mean to be able to protect your family. So I want to get buff and be able to fight.
Yeah.
So that's why I do that. That's my why for that. And I also want to be financially free and not have my kids struggle. So that's why I invest a lot of money and eventually I'm gonna take that money and buy some property, real estate, and rent that out. You know? So that's my why for that. And also I have this thing to satisfy my soul, like a purpose as well, and that's podcasting for me because I like to, one, spread good information because I feel like I like to do a lot of like learn a lot of shit. And I like to share that shit with people, you know, because it helps them out, you know, because they're not actively looking at that shit, but I am, and I want to share them with it, you know. So I do that on this podcast, you know, tell people shit I learned, you know, to help them out, and also just creatively it satisfies me because it's like an outlet for me to like talk and express myself to the world and for them to hear me and give me feedback. I love when people give me nice comments. I love that shit, you know? When I make someone's day or whatever, you know, I love that shit. And also this podcast makes me also feel good because I like having guests on here and helping promote them and help them out. So I just like helping people out. So that's everything that makes me happy, all that shit. And one final thing, I'm also motivated by revenge. I have a list of people that I don't like, that done me dirty. Talk shit about me. Oh, shit. I want to prove them wrong. For example, when it comes to crypto, there are people that thought it would never work out. Well, it worked out. I made a good amount of money, and they can't say shit. So revenge, success is the best revenge. So that's part of it. I love fucking proving people wrong. Success is the best revenge. Like, people might want to challenge with violence, whatever, and like, man, look, success. Prove them wrong, man. That's so much better because, like, look at that shit. That's success is the best revenge, man. That's the best feeling. Changing your thinking helps. Like, really contemplate shit. Because I know you said when you smoke weed, sometimes you would be sitting there thinking of stuff. In a way, it's like I was talking about that movie About Time, reflecting on your day, like reliving it. In a way, you kind of do that, but like having the freedom to actually truly live back your day sounds amazing, and I'm jealous of that. But what do you mean by that? Oh, like in the movie? Like in the movie. Okay. Like, because you can be present more, like if I was with my kids or whatever. There was a movie he talked about where the concept of it is that they're able to go back in time and relive shit. Yeah. That's what he's saying. Yeah. And I think you kind of do that when you say you get high and stuff. We talked about previously. Yeah, I always reflect on I mainly reflect about my day. Like, how did I talk, interact with people. You know, I don't know if, I don't do that very often. But that also could be due to my aphantasia. I don't know. I don't know if that's why I don't, but it might be healthy just even think how things interacted. Like, I reflect on small stuff, but not every day. But I do it all the time. Yeah, and I think that's healthy. I don't know. It's like, I'm just guessing at life, you know. I think it's fucking a curiosity and a trial for me. So yeah, Mike Tyson does that too. Yeah. I listened to his podcast, and he said that at the end of the day, he likes to reflect on his day. He's like, who did I help out? Yeah. Who did I treat right? Did I treat that person rudely? You know, just reflect and making sure that he operated in a way that was kind.
Yeah, no, I think that's important. I think if you do every action with love, you're gonna have a bad day ever.
I agree.
Yeah, if you're doing everything, if every action you're doing is with love, how the fuck are you gonna have a bad day?
I agree. You get karma's real.
Yeah.
You get what you give out. If you're an asshole, a negative person, talking shit, you attract that shit because you're fucking doing that to people. It comes back at you.
It does.
If you're a good guy, people love you, being around you, you help people out, they can help you out and give it back. That's just really how it works.
And for me, weed currently helps balance me out. It helps me find that peace and helps me find that chillness that I need to be. But I want to be that sober all the time, and I can be. But it seems like you're more like have that under control, which is great.
I miss weed though, honestly, because I want to reflect the shit, but I can't smoke because I'm trying to get a new job, and they're gonna drug test me, so I gotta pass that shit. So I'm quitting. But I do miss it because I reflect either way. But on weed, it kind of gives me like a different perspective sometimes.
No, I agree.
That I might not. Like I'll get like a thought that I wouldn't have sober.
And that happens. I have sometimes great sober thoughts, but sometimes, man, my weed thoughts be like breaking through lots of shit, and I'm like, fuck. I mean, it just I get stuff revealed, and I'm like, damn, I really truly forgot. What?
Is that good or bad?
I think it's good because I think it. I think, like sometimes I'll get in low spins, which you've witnessed a few, and I think it's because when you start getting connected with different parts of yourself that's either been forgotten or pushed down or whatever. It's like you're uncomfortable and you don't like it. It's like it's friction, But eventually you'll find balance and it's just like a flow with that side of yourself because you have to work through what the fuck's going on. I think me working out, that's been helping. Listen to certain music, just practice. I don't know, something's been helping, but it's just you get off the shit for sure. But there are connections I think once you start making with yourself, and weed helps me unlock somehow. Maybe with the stuff I'm listening to. I don't know.
What do you? Could you go into more detail about that? What do you mean? When you're on weed, you feel like you connect with
myself more.
What
like,
do you mean by that?
So, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like pieces of myself, like maybe I've been fractured, like maybe my soul's been broken. Like that's why I connect with like a TV show. What the fuck is that TV show called?
You don't remember it.
No, but it's as well, like there's jewels and stuff in the kid. He has like a belly button with his jewel. I have the fucking belt I wear all the time. Too hard to remember the name. But
Steven Universe.
Steven Universe, yeah. So like that, like examples, like how there's like fractured gems they have.
Well,
like,
I haven't watched that show.
Oh, you haven't watched it.
I don't know anything you're talking about.
Wait. Well, there's like a fractured. I watched so much for TV, but there's like an example of like there's like gems that were fractured and beat up, and they all put back together, and they don't fucking really fit right. And I feel like I was like kind of fractured in some ways. I don't know what all fucking happened, but I have forgotten so much in my childhood.
You're definitely traumatized.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah, it's unfortunate. But
I met people like you.
And that's where I feel like I've been drifting because I realized all the time I was in survival mode, just kind of drifting. But it helped me heal, learning my instruments, and helped me heal in different ways. But I still struggle with a lot, and I feel like I'm slowly finding and connecting back to myself. That's when these puzzle pieces, like, stuff gets revealed, and I'm like, oh, and it feels like, not that much, I feel lighter. Like, there's movies that have great examples of this. I know you probably haven't seen half of them, so I won't mention them, but I just feel lighter. Like, stuff definitely feels like it gets peeled off, and then I get reconnected, and, it feels good, but also kind of sucks. Yeah, it feels good. It's like, I think to truly be a healed person, like that, where you'll be the best example, where you react calmly and you're a positive force. You gotta be true to yourself, and that's with everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, which is what I try to be. That's always my aim, but I also have to understand, like, I have parts that I forget about, and I have to, like, it's like shadow work is what I think some people call it.
I've heard of that kind of concept, like a shadow self.
Yeah,
everyone has like a shadow self.
And I will say that's like I have a dark anger. It's unfortunate, and like you've experienced some of it because we have conversations.
Yeah. And
I'm trying to work through shit, and it's like it's unfortunate because I have dark parts that I think I've been in touch. I'm all crying right now. I don't know if it's due to the smoke or because I'm fucking talking about shit, but
we'll say it's the smoke.
Yeah, it's the smoke, man. But no, it's like, I think the more I get connected, I get fucking sad, but it's also like, God, there's like,
you're just
I have dark. Reality. No, I have a lot of darkness, and it's unfortunate. But being connected with, like, it's like being even.
I think I get what you're saying. Because I'm knowing what I know about your past.
Like, I'm not denying it.
Yeah, it's like, it's insanely, like, it's not a good past. And it's very traumatized. Like, you're very extremely traumatized. Like,
yeah, I need to go therapy 100%.
Yeah, you're really extremely traumatized. Yeah. Because traumatized people that go through very serious shit, they, like, kind of don't want to accept it, you know, because like it was so bad that you don't want to believe it, and because you don't want to believe it, you might even try to justify these things that happen or try to make sense of it in any way possible, that you don't want to truly accept it. Ow. And I think that when you're on weed, you finally face the reality.
No, 100%.
And you're like, this happened, and it was bad, but it is what it is, and you're just moving on from it. Because with trauma, I don't think you ever get over it. No. Or you move on. You just have to live with it.
No, it's 100% true. It's not going to go away. You get healed. You
just got to keep going.
The healing that I talk about and I mentioned, it's more like you're coming to terms with it. It's like, it's not like you're cut off. It's there. And you're like, oh shit. So it's like it's a part of you, but it makes your character, it molds you more. Like it's like you're trying to be healthy and walking around, but you're literally missing parts of your body. It's like, you're like, what the fuck? But you don't see it because it's your spiritual body, man.
Yeah.
But it's like, I know that's been connected with myself, and I know and it's helped me be really creative in different ways, but...
Can I give you an example of a traumatic person? It's not a real life person. I would never expose a real life person, but I'll give you a fictional character that went through a lot of trauma. There's this manga and also anime, but the anime is not as good as the manga, called Berserk. If you're into anime, manga, you know Berserk. That's number one. Insanely good art, insanely good story, everything, right? And the main character, Guts, this is spoilers too, and also trigger warning, we're going to talk about SA, sexual assault, but Guts is this young boy who was born into the world, coming out of his mom, who was already dead. She was hung on a tree, and she gave birth to Guts, and Guts just fell to the ground. And then these group of soldiers found Guts and took him into their camp, right? And they raised him as a child soldier, right? So he was a child soldier killing people and everything. But ever since the beginning of his life, it's always been horrible. His mom was already dead. He came out of a dead mom, you know? And then what is so, like, sucked that happened in the story, and again, trigger warning, but in the story, while he's a kid, in that camp, there's an older man there that takes advantage of him sexually as a kid. Yeah, it's like hella like fucked up, and that stays with him. And then as he gets older and stronger and becomes like a real man, buff dude, you look at this dude's like, damn, he's a tough guy. But at night when he dreams, he has nightmares about that event, and it's like crazy to see strong man struggling with this traumatic event, you know, and it stays with him. And then eventually he finds a woman he loves, and then they end up, you know, falling in love, kissing, and then making love, right? And while they're making love, he's getting flashbacks to that traumatic moment. He starts like choking her and shit.
Oh shit.
And it's like, damn. But then the thing that was really like heartwarming is that woman understood and like comforted him and everything like that. But it just showed you that trauma just stays with you the rest of your life, but you just have to learn to live with it. And it's crazy, you know, because you don't know what people are going through, because this is like strong man and he got that serious shit, you know. So it's like everyone around you don't know. Even the strongest people, they might be the most fucked up traumatic. That's why they're so strong, you know. So yeah, trauma, I feel like you just have to live with it.
No, it's I think realizing different parts of it, and that's why I mean, like, connecting it. It's helping me heal for sure. But I'm very still cut off to a lot, and I think truly nothing's really gonna help until I truly go to therapy. It's something on my mind, but it's also like it can't be. Unfortunately, it cannot be the main focus. There's too much other shit. But that's what we talk about. Like, of course, like happy thoughts. You're saying like that. One day I would love to eventually have kids, but how could I have a kid with, like, I'm already struggling with like life stuff and work stuff, but I'm like mentally shit. Like, they're in the way of my kid around. If I'm not fully myself, how can I fully be present? You know, it does not make any sense. And I think a lot of people don't even probably work through that stuff, because who knows what, you know. It's like, and you're trying to do that. You're really planning your shit out, and it feels like you know when you have a kid, you can at least have that. And I wish more people thought like that. It's unfortunate.
I want to say also about that kid thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes a kid is what people need to get their shit together.
No, it's true.
Because you see sometimes people are shitty people, not doing shit with their life, losers, bums.
Yeah.
But they accidentally knock up a woman and then they have a kid. And it changed their whole life around. Because now they get their shit together. For
and
this
that can
kid.
happen.
I'm not saying that's going to happen to you, but I'm just saying.
It's true.
That happens to people, honestly.
I've seen it with people I know. So it's like, I've seen it with two people that were around the same age, got pregnant around the same time. One, it's like, I gotta change my life. Went to school, started going to night school, going to college. I don't even think either graduated. I don't know if they fully graduated or not at the time, or if they got GED or something like that. But they end up, one of them just started doing all that stuff. She was basically doing already career shit by the time she was ready to give birth. And then she was already doing it, going to school, getting that shit together, while the other one was not. They're kind of just goofing off, trying different things. It's good they're giving things a shot. Like, I'm gonna go do MMA. I'm like, you're about to have a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like there's like a disconnect.
You gotta have priorities straight.
Yeah, and it's like sometimes that never clicks in.
Yeah, everyone's different.
It is. It's true, and it's like I've seen that, and I've seen that in some people where having a kid has no effect, but I've also seen the opposite, and it's like
I would say I'm the prime example of that. I'm not gonna say which is which, but my parents are exactly like that. One of them had the kid and changed their whole life and wanted to take care of the kid. The other one just stayed the same and didn't really care.
Yeah.
So it's crazy how even two parents could do that. They both could be on two different planes when it comes to having a kid.
No, it's true. I had one true parent, for sure, and one that's never been a parent.
Mm-hmm.
Still there, tries to be present, but no, it's like there's never been a parent. But yeah, and I know the other one tried for the situation. I can fully say they have tried their best, and not many people I can say that about their parent, because I know a lot of parents, the illusion of it. Like, I know a lot of people can reflect, the illusion of it. It may be there, and it feels like, oh, they weren't great. You know, it felt like, oh, they were great, but then when they really needed to be there, they weren't there, and that's what's different. It's like parent. It's got to be that, you know. It's like it's got to be that family kind of close. I don't know. Something gets lost. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. I always like to reflect and question shit.
I don't.
Why,
Yeah.
You know, but I really don't understand why some people just don't care for their kids.
Yeah.
I can't wrap my head around.
Have you ever witnessed a family that is like that with their kid, where they truly love them and truly care? Have you ever been exposed to that? Yeah, I was just curious. To all your friends, or anything like that?
Oh, yeah. Now I think about it. Back when I was younger.
Yeah,
I remember.
Like, you saw like a true loving relationship, how it's supposed to work, and how they're supposed to move, how a family unit is actually supposed to be.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's some people, like, when I was younger, I didn't really understand that until I think it was a teenager. I remember coming home, I saw the parents argue. How they argue, it was I've never seen that. And then they can still function after they had somewhat of an argument, but the argument was more like it was like a muted connection, and they went to their bedroom real quick. I didn't hear anything, and then they just came back out, and then they were just kind of quiet, but they all did their stuff and were together. I'm like, I've never even seen that, even though it was still different, but you tell something happened, but it wasn't like what I'm used to. It was like what's been exposed on TV and shit. Just watch Shameless, you know, similar vibes, but I know. Just joking, but I just see that it was just how the kids operate. It's just how people function. It was just so different. I started really paying attention to that more, and I started really seeing that through like family members. I'm like, so it does exist, but it's just like there's also a part where people, I think, just it happens, and then the parents are drifting or whatever's going on. It's like, and it's unfortunate. I think that's a lot more common than it should be. And not even just for like America, but everywhere. I've noticed even worldwide. There's people that have this disconnect. I don't know. I don't know if people know how to be present.
I don't know, because I really always try to look
from
other people's perspective to try to understand
for
how
sure.
they are,
which is important.
But I really cannot wrap my head around why people can have a kid and like you see this little kid, and like you just leave him. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, like, well, just even like, don't you like if you got a puppy? How fucking fun is it to have a fucking puppy?
I don't get how people do that.
Like, a puppy's amazing. Why would you want to hit a puppy?
I know.
Could you imagine having a puppy? Hey, you did wrong. You peed there.
Man.
It doesn't know what it's doing. It's a puppy. And then when it's older, like, I've never understood that. Same thing with a kid. Like, it may take longer. It's still a fucking puppy. It just takes longer in some ways to grow up. But yeah, it's the same fucking mentality. I think a dog, when they're like a adult, they're like a 5-year-old child. You told me that.
Yeah.
Is that you? Yeah, that I think that's true. I think we're reading that as well.
Yeah, a dog has the same intelligence or brain development as equal to like a 5-year-old child.
Yeah, and I that makes sense. I've trained dogs to do amazing stuff, and I've had dogs that just understood. I'm like, how the fuck do you know how to do that? You know, it's like it's just stuff like that doesn't make sense, but because they're capable of understanding, and I think people don't look at pets like that. I think people look at them as just.
Shit, I don't know, man. I think people just got anger issues. Cause now I think about it, I do know someone that like with their dog, he always be like, "Shut up," and say the dog's name.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm like, God damn, what the fuck?
Yeah, they angry.
But I know that person, their life is not good. They got like a divorce and shit. They I can clearly tell they're not happy. So I think they're just taking out the anger on the dog, which is not right.
No, it's not right.
Like, damn, what the fuck? They're like, shut up, and they say that like your dog Murphy, right? Like, shut up, Murphy. Like, hella aggressive. I'm like, God damn, the fuck. I know that they're like a nice guy, like a pushover.
No, that's
but then they treat the dog like shit. So I'm like, oh, I think it's because you're probably the pushover in life, and you gotta take that out on the dog.
I've unfortunately have yelled at Murphy sometimes, but I apologize. And when I do it, I'm like, hey man, I didn't mean to do that. I've done that. I'm like, God damn it.
Hey man, my bad man. We good?
But he's a weird dog. To give it context, like he'll be like climb on shit, sometimes he'll jump off and land on us. He'll jump off the bed and then he'll wind up, and I'm like, God damn, you know, and I'll get mad and frustrated. But I'm trying to learn to. He's still treated like a human in a sense, not just like a dog and a thing. But I don't ever try things like that. But it's like I think people forget sometimes that it's like it's a full on being. It understands things, and I think it reads energy. So if it feels a negative energy off you, it may think it did something wrong. And sometimes I came home mad about something, which I try not to ever do that. I just forgot what was going on. Maybe something happened when I was coming up, I don't remember. But dog was terrified. He just didn't know what was going on. Thinks it's his fault. But I calmed down, like, hey, no, it's okay, calm down. It's like, I think because they guess they could read it. I don't know, he definitely responded to it. So it's like, I try to remember to really be present with the animal and really just like, hey, it's okay. Remind them just like I would a human being, you know? It's not anything you did. I apologize for my anger, you know? Yeah, stuff like that. That's been helping just me in general with myself. But also, like, people I think really don't look at animals as a being of
some
existing.
people just look at it like,
which that never made sense to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can kind of see that, to be honest. I mean, I don't agree with it.
No.
But I can see where they come from, you know, because some people just like, oh, we're humans and they're animals.
I was always like,
But
I
we're
love
all animals.
Yeah, no, I love animals more than humans. I always had that mindset. Animals to me were better because they're like children. They don't understand anything. They're never going to be capable of fully understanding stuff. So how can you truly be angry at something like that? It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
But humans, I get mad at them. When you're capable of understanding stuff, I cannot feel sorry for you. That's how I have my mindset, which I gotta change that as well. I gotta be more loving in my thinking.
Sure. Are you good in there?
Oh, I'm sweating. I mean, like, not sweating yet, but I can't breathe.
Okay, you want to get out? We're at an hour and 2 minutes now.
Yeah.
You want to get out?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
All right,
we're going to let Josh out.
Come
right in the middle of us talking about animals and shit. That was kind of a weird way to end it, but yeah, anyway. We're going to cut to that shit, all right? Josh is exiting the hot box. It's been an hour and 2 minutes. God damn, you can see all the smoke coming out.
God, man.
Dude, this guy looks like he just went through a interrogation in Vietnam or some shit, man.
This is like CIA. You just get people real high, and then eventually they have to start talking because they can't breathe.
Blink twice if you need help. Okay, good. Awesome. How do you feel?
I feel alright. I can breathe, so I feel a lot better.
I like how you zipped it up to keep all the smoke in there.
I might be putting this somewhere else, and then like if I want to just like breathe and relax for a second, I might chill in there and read a book.
That's a good way to save money, you know, instead of smoking another joint. Just save all the joint smoke in the tent.
Yeah.
And a hot pin whenever you want to get high again.
Yeah.
Shit.
Always lasting experiment, man.
Yes,
Always.
sir. But anyway, that's another episode of Hot Box
Yes,
Thoughts.
sir.
Thanks for watching.
I feel like we could have broke